So fluid storage is good. Large run boiler is a thing. Bronze boiler. Large steel boiler. This is just bronze, and I don't have the materials to make this right now. I just don't. I'm gonna have to go mining and collect some more resources because I just don't have the resources to make this, even off camera right now. So that'll stay there. Steam quarry, sure. That just requires a lot of steel. That's just a lot of waiting. Pipe factory and factory aren't needed until the quarry's ready. These fluid pipes. Make an assembler. I don't see a point with that right now. But yeah, these make copper rotors. So a pipe factory would need an assembler with soldering alloy. So what we need right now is soldering alloy. And we need a bunch more assemblers. So they're quite expensive. All these parts are expensive. The circuit's honestly not that bad. I can make these myself. They're not actually that bad. I don't need to make a factory for them yet. What the assembler does use a lot of, however, is motors. So I think a motor factory might be a good thing to make. And the problem with that is that's going to require a lot of electronic machines. So we're going to need at least a wire mill, we're going to need a lathe or cutting machine for the rods. We're also going to need a polarizer as well. And so cutting machine makes rods, wire mill makes wire from plates, so we need a compressor as well. Now, here's the thing. I can make these electronic. I certainly can. It just might take a little bit of time, or I can also do this as steam. Steam power is what I have the most of right now, but if I set this up with steam, eventually in the future I'm going to have to set it up with electricity, just so it's better. And to be fair, if we ignore the cable requirement motors, because I want to make like a centralized factory that makes cables and that will feed into the motor factory. So I'm not going to make that part of the motor factory. So until I get the cable factory, I'll have to feed it in manually, but that is fine. Yeah, let's motor factory, I guess. So let's do steel rods. Yep, plates. Actually, gonna need 2 compressors, aren't we? Or we could be smart with this. Yeah, we're gonna get 2 compressors. Steel rods are made from... Oh no, steel rods are made from ingots. So the compressors are just for copper plates. Okay, that's cool. So that's a bunch of stuff that I need to make, and I'll make that off camera because... yeah, they're not gonna be very interesting. Not electric macerator. Cutting machine. Okay, cutting machine. Compressor. And downstairs is where I put my polarizer. We've got all the machines we need for this factory now. So that's good. And I made like 24 analog circuits, which really didn't take that long with the assembler now. So this is factory. I want kind of input chest here. So So we want to make motors. So we want to basically put copper. We want to put copper into a compressor. So let's get a copper ingot and a copper plate, just been filled with stuff. So we want to extract everything from here. And I want to extract one thing at a time. And an advanced behavior upgrade. Can I put it in the top slot? I want to say round robin. I was going to... Hold on, let's see if there's a way to speed upgrade these. Behavior, max filter slots, max items. Behavior, filter slots. Item speed, item transfer frequency. Item transfer frequency. Redstone repeaters. Okay. Go into these. Just as many as I can make. That's true. Okay. Redstone repeaters. And I'll fill those. Oh, I can't actually put more than one in. That's interesting. So, item transfer frequency. What else can I? No, up to 3 supported. Can I? There we go. Okay, that's good. So it'll round robin the copper into this. Now here's the thing. Actually, no, this is not what round robin for, is it? No. No, we'll just put one in these. Right. Then we want to put a steel in here. I wonder if I can pull from... Yeah, I can pull from JEI. Alright, so only steel can go in there, only copper can go in there. But we want to take out from here. And we want to put a polarizer. Okay. I do want a psychofabricator for the output results, so Platinum gems, kiwi, gene, and just a that's skystone. That is smooth kiwi. This is kiwi. Alright, so we have a fabricator here and a chest here. So this will compress the copper inner plates, then I'll output into this wire mill. I'll make the copper into copper wire. Go into this chest. Now the electric cutting machine, here's the thing. We want 2 steel rods to go into the output and a magnetic steel rod to go into the polarizer. So what we do, this is where we put our comparator and we say we want to do round robin and we'll out one at a time, which is why we need these repeaters to make it extract a whole bunch faster. Now 1 will go, 2 will go into here because there's going to be 2 possibilities, and then 1 will go into the polarizer, and then we'll extract from the polarizer. Yeah, so steel should go into here, 1 steel should go into the polarizer, 2 steel should go into this chest. Now, a little bit worried about this actually. So this might not function properly when there's a lot of stuff going, because this polarizer will certainly fill up what its chest does. If the polarizer fills up, then this round robin thing isn't going to work. So it's hopefully this wire mill and compressor are fast enough. That doesn't happen. So also put just a chest here. Say, yep, place this first little one from this. And we want 10 cables to go into here. And then we can power this everything from the back. Okay. And now we tell this thing to have recipe for motors. And then it's the output. Alright, let's try this. Let's say we're going to put a tin cable in. Okay, so copper. Put a stack of copper in. We'll put I don't know the ratios. So it's basically 4 copper, and for 2 of these motors it's 8 copper and 4 steel. 2 of these motors is 8 copper and 3 steel. So 8 copper and 3 steel, so 32 copper will be 12 steel. And we also put in wires for 8 copper. For 8 copper, that's also... And for 2 copper, that's 2 wires. Alright, here we go. Let's see. This should function. Extract all the time. This should automate what into that chest. Is good. Okay, we need lubricant. That's the one thing I'm missing. I'll get the pipes over at another time. For now, I'll just take some from this cutting machine. Alright, lubricant go. Now, this should... Oh, that's not what I want. But that's fine, that's fine. It's fine to round robin into that. So yeah, it's sending 2 this way, and it's sending 1 into the polarizer. Now the polarized motor should come in, and our fabricator should be making us motors. Excellent. This is really good. So, yeah. Only one problem I need to do is like a bit of logic. Basically, if we'll have a different chest, there'll be a chest here, and the cutting machine will round robin into this chest or the polarizer. However, if this chest is more than half full, we'll stop pulling out of the cutting machine. That way, this chest can't fill up because we're crafting a lot of it, and then break the round robining by sending stuff more to the polarizer or less to the polarizer. Actually, the worst problem is the polarizer fills up. Then it's not going to round robin properly either. So I suppose if this chest has more than like... It just has more than like a stack of steel rods in, we stop doing things here. Yeah, I think that's good. It's just, if this is more than a stack of steel rods, we turn this server on, this extractor on. Which should be fairly easy with integrated dynamics. All we'll need is a inventory reader, an inventory reader, and a redstone writer. And that's really simple. But, okay, apparently miscounted the amount of much steel I need. We have a motor factory, so I don't have to craft motors by hand anymore. This is very nice. So let's take this off the list. Well, we got a motor factory. Don't have soldering yellow yet. We don't need that yet. But we've made a motor factory. Very handy. The next step, I think, would be a piston factory. I'd need a compressor, I'd need a lathe, I'd need an assembly machine, and I'd need soldering alloy. Oh, that requires a steel ring as well. That's okay. I would need 2 compressors. I would need to compress into plates. I need to lathe steel rods, and then for the steel gear, I would need to lathe or compress the steel rods again. And I'd also need soldering alloy. But for this is fine. Like, I no longer need to craft motors by hand. This is excellent. So yeah, next time, connect lubricant up to the motor factory. Yeah, I'll connect the lubricant up to the motor factory. So this fills up. And then I will collect enough stuff for another steam blast furnace. That will enable us to make soldering alloy, which will be definitely needed for the next things, the things we're going to do next. Large bronze bullet, that's just materials. I'll get the materials for that off camera. Same with steam crate, I'll get the materials for that off camera, because these 2 things, yeah, that's just steel and that's just bronze and invar. Pipe factory is definitely doable. Maybe a fluid pipe factory right now. But again, a steel gear factory. And then we can use that steel gear factory to provide to the piston factory, and we can also use it to provide to make item pipes. So pipe factory, item slash fluid, and also a steel gear factory. Cool.